Collective, you are the type of resilience that should not be tested, okay? When people come up into your energy, a lot of them can feel the intensity of your soul, right? They can't really pinpoint on, but something about you is different. Something about you holds weight. Something about your energy feels weighted, right? And a lot of people, because you're not someone who automatically looks like the things that you've been through in life, you don't appear how life pretty much basically the life experience you went through, collective. You should not look how you look. And so because of this, like you just trick people all the time, and it's not even in your doing. Like, because of how life has dealt the cards to you, you've had to build up, you were forced, you had no other choice but to build up resilience, right? To where you were able to still move forward in life, because you had no other choice. What other choice did you have? You didn't have a support system to go and run to. You didn't have that friend to go and cry your tears out and let it be known. You didn't have, that love that you needed growing up. You didn't have that love, that loving family, right? In fact, you've had unpleasant experiences in life. You've had experiences that pushed you to the brink of wanting to give up, pushing you to the brink of ending your own life. You were pushed past so many limits. You were faced with so much rejection, faced with so much unnecessary backlash just because of who you are, just because you being you, collective, right? All you were was this beautiful, beautiful, bright flower in a lot of people's lives. But what did they do with that flower? They snatched you from and uprooted you from out of who you are. They snatched you away, told you, no, that's not you. And they pretty much tried to burn you away, right? They tried to throw you away. You're not a flower. You're a weed. And for most of your life, collective, you were treated as a weed. And so you went around in life operating as a weed, believing that you were a weed, treating yourself like you were a weed, and then hence letting other people treat you like weed, right? And for so long, you felt so low. And for so long, you felt defeated, right? And for so long, you just kept getting the short end of the stick after the short end of the stick after the short end of the stick, kept getting left out here, there, and everywhere else. Like, nobody really showed you your worth. Everybody treated you less than, and you just, you know what I'm saying, collective? So a lot of people burnt bridges with you. A lot of people just disrespected you, downright just did you dirty. And all you were ever to them were good. I didn't say that you were perfect. I didn't say that you didn't do any wrong, but you didn't definitely deliberately cause them any harm in any way, collective. You did not do that, right? And because of this, and because of all of these experiences that you went through, see, you thought that they were going to break you, but somewhere along your life, you had an awakening. You've had this realization, You've got closer to God. You've strengthened your connection with Source God, right? And so Source God has instilled more unconditional love into you despite what you go through, right? And so it almost seems like now, because see, before you were going through all of these forest fires, all of these different struggles and just disappointments and letdowns from people, places, and things in your life, collective. So you were already on fire all this time. You were a flower in a forest fire your whole life, and you had no idea, right? So when you actually found the courage and the willpower to take your power back and to make that change and to take those first couple of steps to your transformation and growth, because you decided to do that, right? You've already had your experience in the resilient department. So now when you're making these transformations, and now that you're becoming a better person, and now you're actively choosing these pleasant experiences, You're still running into these same type of forest fire type of situations or people wanting to burn out your fight. See, because your flower was already wilted, collective. You were wilted for most of your life, but you found your nutrients and you nurtured yourself back to life. So now you're a blooming flower again, right? And for some reason, there are people in your lives who want to try to trample on that flower again. Maybe these are people who've already successfully tried to break your spirit in the past. So maybe old friends, maybe it's family members that you used to talk to or still speak to, you know what I'm saying? And now they're coming back around trying to get another fix out of you and try to damper you again. But see, this time you're not letting them, collective, because you've done that work. You figured out what caused you to wilt her in the first place. You're a flower. What made you wilt? Well, you realized it was the people and the environments that you were in. So now you've done the work to get yourself out of those environments, and you control your environment and you control the nutrients to your flower, right? So when these people in these circumstances think that they can come in and just try to burn down your flower, they are met with the most disrespectfully rejected offer, okay? Because you're the type of person, you don't it's in your DNA at this point. It's in your subconscious, it's in your psyche. So it doesn't matter who tries to come up against you, they're going to be shut down. They're going to they can only manipulate so far. They can only try to dim your light so much. You know what I'm saying? Because you're on it now. You understand how people operate. You understand how these forest fires work and what they are trying to do, right? And so now you've become resilient. You've become fireproof to these forest fires, collective. You are a beautiful, beautiful, pure soul. And you've experienced some of the most heinous, disgusting, horrible disrespect in your life from even the closest people who were supposed to love you, people who gave up on you, who were never supposed to give up on you. Yet still, through all of the betrayal, through all of the lies and gossip, slander, through all of the trauma and difficulties and letdowns and failures in life, collective, you are still a flower and you found the way to revitalize your life. This is powerful, collective. I don't know who I am talking to, but I know I'm talking to somebody out there. I know I'm talking to somebody out there. I know that somebody out there did not allow these fires in their lives to burn them down completely. Let me know down below in the comments below, collective, if this is you. Are you that forest fire, that flower that can still grow through the forest fire, after a forest fire? So once all of this traumatic experiences, because see, you're the type of person now, collective, you know that the rain, it only lasts for so long. The storm has to go away and the sun comes out again, okay? So you understand this in life. So when that forest fire comes through, babes, they might think that you're burnt down. They might think that you're destroyed, babes. But the seed has been planted into you, collective. And you'll forever, ever have that seed within you. And you take it everywhere you go. And you'll always be able to regenerate, renew, and regrow yourself back into the vibrant flower that you are. Let me know down below, collective, if this is you, because I know I cannot be the only one. Listen, if this is your first time here on my channel, make sure you subscribe. I would love to have you a part of our tribe. Thank you if you are returning. Thank y'all for continuing to comment, continue to support. I love y'all so much. It's Karkar. I'm signing out. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.